Live demonstrations.
There it is. There's the
do it every
mic.
day.
We're doing this again every fucking week. I'm just gonna go over here just for a second. I'm gonna go take a shot after that. Just kidding. Hi guys, if you're new around here, this happens pretty fucking often where Kat tries her very best to make the show work. And let me tell you, I'm so done with this. Can you guys at least hear everybody else as well?
Check 1, 2.
Hello.
Sup. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I think you guys should... No, it doesn't look like it is moving. It's just my mic. Oh, now you guys hear everything. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yay! We did it! So hi, if you guys are new around here for a live charity stream. We'll just tag this all in the end. We'll jump into it right now. But so thank you so much to Beards Battle Axes. If you guys are not aware, they are also another local streaming group. Please go check them out. Tea Kettle as well. So guys, please go check out, support your local gamers. That's what we're about. We're all local except Jerica, and she's kind of closer, so it's fine. She's close enough. She's 4 hours. It's not a big deal. So, awesome. Let's just go around the table, say a little, just say a little fun fact about yourself. Hi, I'm Kat. I forget to hit the mic button every week, so get used to that. And I'll be your storyteller.
I'm James. I have a white beard, and I will be playing Arivon.
Hi, Arivon.
I'm Katie. I will be playing Niamh, and I have a cat who will most likely at some point make an unexpected appearance, and we will do our best with that.
Start making you guys rolling initiative for that shit.
My name is Ryan. I'll be playing Amon, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Brit in the group.
He identifies as the problem.
And you make me the problem.
Well, my name is Kyle. I'll be playing Das Wunderbar, and chances are I will cause trouble.
He is the problem.
But in a fun way.
I'm Jerica, and I'm playing Valerian, and I like sleeping and drawing. That's it.
I like sleeping and drawing too.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, funnest activities ever.
Speaking of drawing, can you tell us a bit about the artist?
Yeah, so shout out to one of my colleagues at SCAD, named Dennis Robinson III. You can find him on Instagram. If you just type in D2 Arts with a Z. He did all the artwork for our characters and the and like the group shot and stuff. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's dope. It's so good. He worked his ass off to do it. So yeah, big shout out to for Dennis for doing that.
It looks
it's
amazing.
again D2 Arts with a Z if you want to check him out.
Support your local artist. That's kind of what we do around here. Our goal. Cool. So, this is a 5e Dungeons & Dragons game. It is going to be an interactive live stream game. So what that means is you can affect the game in real time. We're not having it on this week due to us actually partnering up soon with a local tattoo company, Drop Dead Studios. If you have not checked them out, please do. They're over on Apricorn. They're amazing. They're right next to Tailgate. Just amazing work. I got like my neck done. I got my leg. I'm pretty much that. Those are my people now. So I'm super excited to work with them. We are going to be helping provide Christmas for those who are not able to provide. So we are going to show out and be awesome community members and be heroes. So stay tuned for that for more information. And yeah, let's get this party started. So, before we start, there's something in the background, and I don't know if it's someone's TV or phone or radio or person. Their person? Yes, their person. Go put your person away in the closet. So, we start in a city right on the edge of a desert. It's a bit of a bog, and it's kind of almost like, think a bit more like the Evergreens. It's humid here, it's just on the edge of a desert, and a lot of the water kind of ends up here and essentially goes down into an underground, no one really knows where. There's a lot of caves and whatnot in this area. And you have all received, individually, correspondence from a mutual friend, Lorelei. You've all worked with her at one point or another, whether through in passing, as friends or colleagues, but you've all worked with her. She's a hedge knight, so she isn't exactly beholden to any country, any religion, or any such sort. She's kind of just a do-gooder and all that. They're not exactly tolerated. I mean, they're tolerated, of course, they're professionals, but that's almost like when you see like someone's like a bounty hunter and you're like, those aren't real. And then there's a whole show on a guy doing that. Where the mass majority are probably super kind. If you're a freaking bounty hunter, don't come for me. Actually, please do. I would so want to be friends with you. I have so many questions. I want to do a ride along. Is that a thing? Let me know. But you guys have all received word, and you've all kind of have a favor to owe her. So as you guys are kind of trickling into this small little tavern, and I mean, when I say small tavern, I mean there's like 5 tables max up in here, and like the bar is like at the very end. Like that is it. It is, even's got like the little flappy doors, and like there's no bottom to the flappy doors, so there's like a couple of like stray cats that keep coming in and out and stuff like that, and occasionally you'll see like an iguana looking fucking thing, but you're not 100% sure. Actually, everybody roll me just playing. But yeah, we're gonna do our first roll for the night. Everybody roll me a d20, and let me open up another fucking diddly pad. Diddly pad is a official term here. All right, James, what you get?
12.
Okay. Katie.
18.
Okay. Jer.
14.
Whoa. Ryan. With a K for some reason.
Ryan, your mic's off.
Yeah, he's got a 1. And then, Kyle, what'd you get?
16.
16. Okay. Alright, so, not even on, just on fucking brand comes the most punctual woman through this building. And now, Niamh, what you had to go through to get here was what one might say inconvenient on the nice end from what you're used to. This is very different from home. This is very different from your travels. This is so far south, like, you never heard of this place until you were told. In fact, it sounds so ridiculous, mud in the hole, that it didn't sound real. You had to, like, ask an adult, your adult, to be like, is this a place? Because it's not even on normal maps, just to get here. You had to, like, basically take, like, this main carriage to then get on the main road. You had to walk there. At some point, some dude tried to fucking rob you, but he was too fucking dumb, and he kept using words way too big, and you just corrected him so many times that he just got fed up and just, like, gave you your shit back and left, which you took that as a win.
I think so.
And then you had to hire a guy with a donkey to ride you all the way up a mountain to get down here. It was ridiculous. So you stroll in and still somehow manage to make it fucking early.
Well, Of course. I mean, who would come late to something like this? Or
The
on
audacity.
time?
You're about to find out.
Yeah, go ahead and describe yourself.
So Niamh walks in, tall moon elf, pretty much entirely hidden by this dark blue cloak that is clearly very elegant and well made, and a lot of time and care put into this. And it is in the worst state it has ever been in, covered in dust. It has not seen any kind of soap or even just water for a long time. And that's sort of how Niamh looks as she walks into this place, is very nice, refined, covered in dirt, worn out, and exhausted. But here. So she walks in, stops and sort of checks around this little tiny tavern before realizing that it is so small, there is no hiding even if she wanted to. And so she pulls down her hood. Her white hair is braided back out of her face, much more utilitarian than she's used to. And she is going to try to find the cleanest place to sit that she can, to just take a breath before this meeting starts.
All right. Put a pause there. Ba-ba. All right. Das.
Well, at 3.5 feet tall but 9 feet at heart, he, kicks the door open with his little leg and tries to really chest out that's right, the champ is here, because he's very glamorous, and being an entertainer, he has to make sure that everyone knows he has arrived. Very peacocking, very bright colored. Hasn't showered in a few days, but he's owning it, and he's not afraid to say or approach anyone in said condition because he's got that kind of charisma.
He does. I've seen the stats. So, Das, you have been having a pretty good tour the last couple of years. Nothing too serious, but that's only because you kind of wanted to just coast. You didn't want to work too much. You still wanted to have fun. You absolutely could be selling out arenas if you wanted to, but you want to stay connected to the people, your fans. That's where your heart, your bread and butter and jelly and jam and all those little fixins, because you're about those kinds of details. Though it really hasn't been that kind of a trip for you. They kind of didn't have all the fixings as they normally would have because it had been such a trip and inconvenient for everybody. You didn't want to be such a bother because you're that kind of a guy. But the coach,
Naturally.
That got you here, it was first class. That was the Gulfstream, freaking, what is it now? They're the 750 now? It's been a minute. You're essentially in the lap of luxury the entire way here. You probably felt a little bit of bumps here and there, but that was just they obviously tried to avoid it. They wouldn't inconvenience you in such a way. They know who you are.
It happens to the best of us. Some people make mistakes. I don't know what that's like, but I hear it happens.
Yeah, Das, make me a dex save, because you kick the door open and it's a swinging door.
You never know. Oh boy, let's
First
go with the
roll of the
22.
night. Okay, alright, what are we playing, fucking Baldur's Gate now? Fucking, that's ridiculous fucking numbers right there.
41.
Yeah,
Now, if it was a strength save, it might have been different.
Yeah, but yeah, you boom, baby, and the door's coming back. You're like, whoa, and you kind of roll back. Go ahead and give me a performance with advantage.
A little limbo under the door. No big deal.
Just so you guys all know, those viewers at home and wherever you are, I'm not judging wherever you are, unless you're in space and you didn't take me. Super judging. If you're an astronaut, you're invited to the party. Every time any of the players make a nat 20,
22. Or
I roll a nat 1, I will do 10 push-ups. And this fucking group is ridiculous, and I will be doing a lot of push-ups. I'm getting fucking swole, so if you guys want to go ahead and join us on that, go ahead and feel free to please not make me do this alone. So you rolled a what now?
22.
Okay, so yeah, you roll right out of the way, you roll right backwards, and you roll right back in as the door flips the back other way, and you slip right in, and you're like, ta-da! Pause right there. All right. So, there you are. You're pretty sure you're in a cave. You don't really remember how you got here, Valerian. But, yeah, you kind of open your eyes and, yep, this is a cave. We are definitely in a cave in a desert, and you don't remember how you got here. But, you do have a friend with you. You're never alone when you walk with the dead. And then suddenly it starts to come back to you in waves. You have a map. And then you're like, wait, where'd this map come from? And then you're in a library and you're opening a book, and inside of this book is a map, and outside of a map falls a letter that says, follow if you dare. And the staff that has been tucked away neatly behind you as, you need both hands for book touching, obviously. He starts laughing, and this, you found the right book. And so, it leads you on a ridiculous journey through the Underdark, and a very bad fall, in which you were kind of knocked out for you have no idea how long.
Fun.
But, you hear in the distance, come, break the curse. And then it comes all rushing back to you. You remember now. Lorelei needed you to get something before you showed up, and this is how you ended up in this cave. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
A 7.
Those are some fucking ridiculous numbers, Jericho. What happened? You get a little break and no.
I knocked my head out.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, as soon as you're kind of getting all of these things kind of put together, it is just like I'm gonna show my age here. It's what you think. It's a cat dog. I don't know if you guys remember, like, Winslow. You just open the freaking door and just come outside and just essentially, you feel a presence just knock this metaphorical door down and just stroll right on in with a cackling. Hey! You woke up. I thought you died there.
Kind of rubbing my head. Just like, ow.
The staff that is essentially fallen and landed not too far away from you is on its side, and the eyes are kind of glowing dimly as it continues to cackle. I told you watch your step.
Could have said it sooner. I reach out and grab the staff.
Alright, as soon as you make contact with that staff, you get that familiar humming, cold sensation kind of creep over you and envelop you in like a, just kind of like an aura. Not too far off of you, but it is definitely wafts with you when you walk. And there's a cold comfort that comes with that. You don't like to be away from your staff. Well, time to get going. I believe we should go north.
I consult the map.
Yeah, at this point, go ahead and make me a survival check with disadvantage. You are discombobulated.
$14.
All right, yeah, you were able to kind of get a bit of your bearing. You managed to mark off some of these areas once you managed to kind of climb back up to where you had been, and luckily for you, you were able to get your bearing and make it out in tow with what you were supposed to come get. And you make your way into the desert a little bit. It's kind of like it's really at the edge, and it's such a drastic change in this walk where it's deserty. It's not so much like sand desert as it is kind of barren, dry, kind of like Death Valley, essentially desert. And it changes the landscape. It's not a gradual thing. It is a very sharp and sudden, here is the desert and here is life. And as you get closer and closer to this, because it's so easy to see, you get that feeling of death is essentially losing its grip here as it gets closer to the bog. Even though it's musty, it's boggy, it's humid, it's so different from that dry heat. And as soon as you cross over that threshold where the grass is, it's humid. It's like freaking stepping out of the airport into Orlando. Like, you're like, oh shit. Very humid. And you hear all of these creatures, and you could not hear any of that beforehand when you were in that desert. As soon as you crash that threshold, you hear the grasshoppers, the crickets, the freaking cicadas, the weird little baby, I was gonna say crocodiles. I don't really know what baby crocodiles sound like. I'm gonna assume they sound like baby gators, but like I'll know, and now I need to know, so I'm gonna write that down for later. What? Yeah, so they're making all the noise and racket, and it is, it's the South. It's noisy. There's no moment of peace really at all. But when you were in that desert, you just heard that quiet, that emptiness. But yeah, you make your way through and into the small, gross tavern, and make your way in. Put a pause there. Arivon,
Yes.
go ahead and describe yourself.
I assume I'm walking into the bar. So walking in.
No, you actually come out from the middle of it, just like a fucking Power Ranger, just show up, all obnoxious as fuck because Dragonite bullshit. No, yeah.
So here I come falling out of the rafters.
Make a dexterity saving throw, everybody.
It's really hard to tell what I really am, except that I am head to toe in ornate armor that looks like it was polished 10 minutes ago. Wearing a shield and a very ornate sword. The only real way that you can tell anything about the person is there's blonde hair poking out behind the helmet, which is also equally ornate, but the helmet itself has a cut over the left eye, and there's one piercing blue eye staring out of it.
So, Arivon. 1 second, let me pop up my stuff, my notes. I have too many things open. Like a fucking woman. 17 tabs.
Did I make a crater when I hit the ground?
I mean, roll for crater.
Did you do the superhero landing?
Yeah, did you do
Yes.
the landing? Roll for
Obviously.
prominence, obviously.
Worse.
I can open up my drive. Sorry.
It's cool.
I gave everything weird names because I hate myself. But my other favorite thing that I do is have, looks like 20 untitled documents.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I just like to, you know, fuck with myself a little bit. You know, keeps everything interesting.
Sounds like homework.
But let's be smart about this. Last
That's
time
not.
modified. Boom. I'm smart. That's not what I needed. Now I'm smart. Alright, cool. So, yeah. Arivon. You... How do I wanna... You've been working pretty much your whole life as far as you can remember at this point, and you're pretty sure you came out the womb like just like with like a little desk and like a tie and everything in a suit, for sure, except like a metal suit. You know, you're like born and like boom, helmet. Lore for everyone. These nights, they're more fondly and more commonly called the Talon Nights, or Talon under, or a night under the Talon. They work like the government. The continent is ruled by 5 metallic dragons, ancient metallic dragons, and each region is separated and is controlled by different dragons. And they have a high council that essentially kind of meets, and they represent and speak for the people. So some of these kingdoms and villages and stuff fall under these regions, but you know, there's the government, there's the law of the land, and then there's like, now you're in the kingdom of Cauldron, you gotta also listen to those laws as well. You can add to, but you can't take away from, essentially is how it works. And so the Dragon Knights, the Talon Knights, these guys are taken from all over and are just added into the Empire. Yeah, they're the best of the best. They're like, you know what? We want you, farmer boy, who just fought a cow to death. That's awesome. We need some of that shit. Sign him up. Get him some life insurance. Why do we call it life insurance when it's for death? What is that? I guess calling it death insurance would be weird, because, you know, you're pretty sure you're gonna die, right? So, like, I don't know.
Sounds better if you call it life insurance.
Yeah.
That means that I want to use it when I'm alive. Like, it just doesn't, it's very misleading. So, yeah, you guys you got trained by the best of the best. You've been pulled from everywhere, and brought under one banner, which is not to protect your village, your kingdom, your nation, but the entire continent. All people under this domain are your people. And you take that job very, very seriously. And more so, you don't remove your helmet. You guys know that it is a very common fact. It's kind of like the guards in front of the palace. You know, they're very stoic. They're not supposed to move, all that stuff. Or like Mounties wearing this, you know, the freaking thing and the hats and stuff. And then they're actually wearing it. You're like, oh shit, you're really just like the thing. Yeah, that's that. That just fucking walks into the goddamn fucking tavern in the middle of fucking nowhere. That, yeah. Well, I guess you're down here now. I'm so used to you being over there. Y'all two fucked me up, and usually Katie's. Yeah, y'all got me all fucked up. But yeah, so your journey has been there's a lot of walking, and a lot of favors to use teleportation circles to get you literally across the fucking country. It has just been almost too easy, in fact, that you're like, why didn't I fucking travel before? It's a bit like how the military works, how they can, like, kind of catch a flight with some other unit that just happens to be going somewhere, and you can just... That's essentially what you did. You've heard about it, but you were like, no, I'm too modest. I would fucking never take advantage of the system like that. That's ridiculous. But now it's an emergency. Lorelei needs you. You gotta go. And it was too easy. Yeah, it was very easy. In fact, you had to stop several times along the way. You would have been here sooner had, like, you'd not stopped to, like, do your job. Like, hey, weird freaking people on the road using really bad, terrible... They're, like, using the words incorrectly a lot. They're not very good at doing the job. The two of them bicker. They were complaining about how the last lady was so mean, and then now they're picking the wrong person. You actually were able to, like, get them to... You talked them out of not doing it. You actually were so annoyingly, disgustingly a goody two-shoes. You even gave them some money so they would stop robbing people so that they could get into the next town and go find a fucking job in which you were sure there was postings for legitimate jobs instead of robbing people.
Okay.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, because... Don't fuck this up, James. You cannot
No,
fuck
I
this
didn't.
up.
I didn't.
James, get actual dice. Get the fuck off D&D.
24.
Okay. Roll me an insight with the advantage.
Uh, 18.
They're absolutely turned a new leaf. They're like, you know what? Between you and the lady that we saw earlier today, I think we should change our ways. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go into town. The other one's like, yeah. You know what? I always wanted to be a wood carver. And they made their way.
I'll let them know how proud I am that they decided to avoid the life of crime and go into honest living. So.
And last, but certainly, absolutely not least, Ryan, I need you to make a stealth check with advantage.
And 19.
Cool. Stand by. Fuck. Oh, shit. Ladies.
Very nice.
Alright. Sorry, guys. I don't get censored. You know, the gun show. That's okay. We're not making any money yet. Alright. Fuck. Sorry, so what'd you get again? It was 18?
19.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you've actually been here for a while. But you've been skulking about, trying to get any information. You know there's a small guild operation near here, but you're not sure if it is here, the next town over. Give me a perception check. And, sorry, give me a perception check and then give me an investigation check. They don't make like life for left-handed people.
21 for perception, and I think I had 3 for insight. Or investigation, sorry.
Gotcha. 3? Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Alright. That's also on brand though, right? So, you have gotten wind, like I said, when you got your message from Lorelei, you were tracking down a lead on your special project, and it just so happened where you were going and where Lorelei has called you to kind of coincides in this area, and so you were already nearby. You've kind of been town hopping, kind of following on this lead, and it has just been, you're so close. There's one person you have been looking for, and their name, sorry, I wanted to be super like with the eyes, but like my contact just moved, so like give me a second, and I'm so sorry. And her name is Susanna Mall. Dun dun dun. No, seriously though, my contact.
You say Susanna Mole?
Mall, yeah, like.
Boy.
They are essentially what you assume is a tall tale, an exaggeration. You've heard of people and druids and such that can, turn into animals, but like this isn't like, you don't fuck with people with magic like that. Like, this isn't, they don't run in your circles. There's no reason for this person to have any reason to be putting their paws, so to say, in your business. So you're not really sure if this lead is credible. Not so much that shapeshifters and such don't like exist and such, but you're not sure if this person really can change into a wolf or is some sort of lycanthrope. You're not really sure. No one's been able to really get a good handle on Susanna, aka the Mall. But what you do know is that the victims of this person are usually mauled to death, which is where the name comes from. It's very on the nose. Usually when people in your circle were, not even your circle, but you've heard of it, not like someone's gotten mauled and they winked, they're like, now this has kind of come into, I've heard that said a couple of times here and there, and now it takes a whole new meaning of like, so like I said, it's not something that you hear often, but all of those times kind of put into place. So you've just been so shy of where they've been. You've either been next town over where you're like, they're supposed to be here, and surprise, they're not in Savannah, they're actually in Pooler, and you're like, fuck, which isn't that far, but when you're walking, that's fucking far. And you're trying to navigate the swamps, essentially. You are absolutely sick of it, by the way. You're sick of it. You've had to go through fucking leeches. You've had to fucking deal with ticks. You've had to deal with fucking, like, spiders the size of your fucking hand. You ate the biggest snake you've ever eaten, and you cannot complain about that, because that is going to make a really nice belt later. You got the skin from that. Mark that down for later, so in case I don't forget to add that skin to your inventory, because you can use that for trade down here in this area and whatnot. But yeah, so it has just been not the best time. It's not the worst time for sure, but you were absolutely happy to see civilization when you've seen it. Not having to spend another night, smacking fucking flies and mosquitoes and all that shit. And when you make it into this town, the first thing that you spot is a thieves' camp mark. It is again, what you are looking for as far as this guild that operates in this area, that the mall it works for. So you've been following that lead. So you do see this mark, and you're not sure if it just means it is a cache, if they have a hideout here, if there's a unit here. You're not really sure. So yeah, you've been kind of hunting down that lead, but after a night of kind of searching around, you've just not been successful in finding the nest, or again, you're just not sure what you're looking for. But you haul your ass into the tavern area, and you slip in so well. Everybody, no one has a passive higher than 19, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no, not a single motherfucker has noticed, and which is again fucking wild, because it's so small. You guys you guys have been so fucked up with the shiny fucking dude in the armor and all of that, and you're like, wow.
I'm just in the corner, just frustrated and tired as fuck.
Yeah, you think he's a ficus?
And then I also got this shiny motherfucker coming in. I got this guy singing and dancing, doing his, and I got this guy on the end of a staff talking his shit as well. I just want peace and quiet.
Yeah, so you guys are all in this little generalized area. Let me pop this here. Notes. I don't know what this is or why you're here, but go away. Yeah, so you guys walk in at the tavern. As I said, it's very small, only a handful of tables. There's one person behind the counter, and when you first encounter this person, Niamh, you unencounter the person immediately. You're like, you know what? No. Just no. This person looks like their face has lived in the South for so long that it's melted like a candle. Okay, and you're not really sure if it's from the heat or maybe they're just hot-headed and they're just wax people, but that is the epitome of what this person looks like. And when they look at you, which you're not even sure how they're able to, because the folds of this person's face is just already falling. There's no teeth, just gums.
Not one?
No. And
oh dear,
they turn down.
It sounds like the guy from in the RoboCop.
And they immediately put some teeth in, and they have all, like, gator teeth, like baby gator teeth. It's a human. Hey, Misty, how can I help you?
What?
What?
Oh dear, I don't think you can.
Huh? Hey, you're gonna have to speak up there.
Do you have? Do you have any food? I've been traveling. Anything non-perishable, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of that stuff over here, dear. Hold on, darling. And he pulls up, and there's on this beautiful, probably has never been washed, only been used over and over to continue to collect all the good flavor seasoning right there, tray, and it's dried fish, just right there. That's about a 2-bit for a pound, I reckon. Get you some teeth for that, you talk right into it. Wow. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to y'all. You look tired.
Well, now I don't know that you needed to say that. I'm not sure I need a pound. I'm not looking to buy in bulk, just perhaps a meal's worth.
Oh, darling, y'all hungry? Y'all can sit on down. We're about to make some gumbo. You do get a whiff of it in the air. Smell. Less spicy.
Am I encouraged by this smell, or am I scared by this smell?
Listen, I literally cannot be in your head.
That hush puppies I smell?
Yeah, like it is different. It smells good, but you haven't eaten anything in so long, like an actual meal, like a sit-down meal. So, like, it could be tricking you into, like, being better than what it actually is, but it's not stuff that you're familiar with.
New Orleans, isn't it? We're in New Orleans.
James, shh.
Keep
it, yes. Essentially, we're in Louisiana, guys.
What?
Okay, this seems like just another donkey on a mountain that I'm just going to have to deal with. So I will go sit down and await the gumbo.
And he takes his teeth out, puts it in. Essentially, you guys experience the same thing. You know, you guys come up, smiles at you, puts his teeth in, struggles with his mouth, and,
Don't
yeah.
you hold out on those collars. You better get them heavy.
Good golly. Yeah,
Got some pig's feet?
I hate it here. Yes. They absolutely do have some pig's feet. Yeah, it does.
Delicacy.
As you roll in and roll back out, roll out rather, and roll back in with that lovely, like, you just... Do it again! Do it again! The circus is in town! What? The circus is in town! Tell the missus! What? The two of you that are in there right now feel the room kind of move as a huge a Goliath kind of pops up from behind, and he's got an apron that is absolutely not his size, and it's like a half muscle shirt kind of situation going on him, and he has like the pockets and stuff, and he's got a little like a whisk thing in there, and he's got a little spatula in there, and on the one side he's got the little towels tucked in, and then his hair is like non-existent, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Goliath. They don't have hair, and he's got all these tattoos, very, very, very dark, against like a pale bluish kind of hue. But
Does it look like he has washed his hands at any point recently?
Yes. This
Okay.
person
That's
absolutely
comforting.
kind of.
Dog piss, probably.
And the two of them are kind of conversing here, and he's talking, the older gentleman. He's like, tell the missus that the circus is in town. We are finally getting a circus. They finally listen to us. And the big old dude is just absolutely towering over this old man, like, who's just, he's got that crunched over kind of shrimping kind of situation going on because of, the weight of being old. James is gonna kick my ass later.
Go ahead, keep talking.
But yeah, so they the older gentleman's kind of going on because he obviously does not know what circus is. Like, he's just that sounds like a whole gold piece kind of word there. I've never heard of this, and they're trying to, essentially, he is really trying to explain what a circus is to a man who has no context for this at all. And so y'all are watching this terribly go down. It is actually very entertaining. It's been mostly entertaining up until this fucking shiny ass piece of chrome walks in. Yeah, Arivon, you see the giant and this old man kind of talking, not having very good understanding of things. They're arguing at this point, like when there's like someone's so frustrated at this point and they're like, you're just dumb, and they're like, no, you're dumb, you just can't explain things. And they're like, you can throw these people. It's like, why would you throw people or use animals in such a way? Like, that's cruel, and all that kind of stuff.
I will scan the room for everyone who's in here, see who's carrying weapons, see who's not, and then take a quiet seat in the corner where I can see the door. Unless I see Lorelei up close.
Yeah, Lorelei is not in sight. Yeah, this is weird because you see a drow, a male drow, and initially, on first look, you thought was a female drow, which was like, oh, look, 2 drow. That's kind of not racially profiling. But you are, because they're not, they're reformed, recently reformed as a nation. They're in the middle of kind of struggling to become a nation, and no one's really taking them seriously because they're all kind of like, yeah, but you kind of like fuck with Loth, and they're like, but like we don't, like we renounce Loth, and it's kind of like, but like, can you really? You guys been brainwashed. So like they have a whole Lion King situation going on that's not my business because like I can't be bothered. It's over there. But it is enough that it is often talked about. Like, it is for everyone, like, you guys know about this. It's common knowledge. You can hear it very often in conversation. Like, oh, what do you think about, like, the drow thing? And then everyone has a fucking opinion on it. You're going to hear about it whether you want to or not. It's all over the place. You can't really get away from it right now. It is a very No one's taking it seriously, but it's, it's like Britex. What is it? Are we okay with this or not? I can't tell. Laughs in North Ireland. But yeah, so you guys are all very familiar with it. And then, yeah, Ryan, Amon walks in, just slips in like a shadow, like a whisper in the night, and no one is seeing this. The most, again, going back to the drow. Yeah, that thing, that is weird. That is a very weird looking fucking piece they have there. Where do you have Skullduggery right now?
Probably right up on the table.
Just on the table.
Yep.
Sleeping.
Like,
My buddy, he's right there.
it's unusual in that it's so in place down here. And there's like carcasses as decoration on the wall that they just got from down the street off the literal street, That's just like, oh, we just have fucking people's spine. Oh, okay, no, it's not. Wait, is that humanoid?
She probably knows Auntie Ethel.
Yeah, it's kind of a side eye, but you're like, eh. Do you have your Ouija like symbols and stuff, or
Probably tucked in my shirt, not visible.
Gotcha. Yeah. You guys all see this too as well. Just look. Hate it here.
Who's skull? Because I just walked over to the.
Appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just rises up out of the shadow. Who's skull? And then goes back in.
Who said that? Show yourself. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? That fucking shadow. I'll be here all week, guys. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and stare at the screen and force you guys to have interaction while I go reload my drink.
Afraid I'm going to have to second the shadows question. Is that a person's skull?
Yeah.
Did they give
Nice.
it to you?
They donated it.
Well. Were you close with this person?
I never met them.
How do you know it was donated?
It voluntarily came with me.
The skull?
Are you familiar with Ouijas?
I don't believe so.
Make me a religion check.
Allow me
with
to think on that one.
advantage, 'cause you're a
Ouijas.
fucking nerd.
Let's spell that.
Ba-ba. That's a mod 20.
Time for push-ups.
I'll do
A modified 20.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
A flaccid 20, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back, guys.
I will not say that.
I'll do 20. I'll do 10 for flaccid. What's that?
I hate it here, but I love it.
I don't know if you guys can smell that gumbo, but it smells delish.
So
Pairs nicely with Scrapple.
You are very aware of Ouijas, but you're trying to be super polite. Ryan, you have inspiration, by the way.
I'm hard now.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Everybody has
less than an hour on their
inspiration.
bingo card?
Everybody has a D6 inspiration for that. You guys can all thank Ryan.
Oh, thank you.
I will not thank Ryan for this.
Say thank you for his hardness.
So graceful.
Right out
It's
there.
actually my nickname in school. Not hardness, that is.
So
Something
Placid?
gross. No. It
Hate
was,
to see it. Hate to see
no,
it. But,
no,
you know,
because my surname is Smith, so they used to call me Stiffy. There he goes, because it rhymes with Smithy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah,
why?
I know. All through high school.
Is that
Here
why?
comes Stiffy Smithy. Yep.
I cannot
You
wait
get
to
'em.
clip that later.
Yeah, that's what a soundbite that is.
Love it.
I'm gonna put this on Call of Kismet trivia.
A hoot.
Oh gosh, guys, like I've been giggling all day with James, so like my face already hurts from laughing
Pick a
all
bartender.
day.
Same.
Pretty much. It hurts, guys. So you guys, you're very aware of Ouijas. They're a death cult, but like really polite. Like,
May I kill you, please?
they're like the equivalency of like how we know today in our modern world as like the church, the satanic church, where it's just like in name you're like and then you're like, oh wait, it's not that serious. It's actually kind of really I'm like totally about this whole fucking thing. Or in the similar of all men must die kind of situation. They believe death in itself, not so much in the passing of people. That would be the Raven's Queen kind of domain, of helping people cross over and stuff like that. But Ouija specifically, her domain, her portfolio in this is just death, and that all things die, and then when you're dead, that's not you anymore. Like, that's just a husk. They kind of dabble in some of the necromancy. It's just kind of polite necromancy. Like, it's kind of just a tool. They see it no different than you picking up a drill and using it to do a thing. So it's kind of controversial, but you know, some cities allow it and other people are like, this is weird, but okay. Person with 5 dead zombies. Ew.
Oh yeah.
I have heard of Ouijas. I wonder if the food is ready. There's certainly some smells that are occurring.
Kind of. No. Yeah, the smell is, you know, as everyone's starting to trickle in, by the time this disembodied voice kind of appears, you know, it is full in the room, and the older gentleman is kind of gone at this point, back to the kitchen, and you can kind of hear the plates at this point getting served up, clacking and whatnot. You know, typical back of house kind of crap. Someone's yelling.
86
for
potatoes.
Sure. Yeah, pretty much. Are you fucking 86 this, 86 that? Do we have fucking nothing? No, we're in the fucking swamp. Whose gator is this? We already talked about this. Y'all, you can't be leaving the doors open. The mosquitoes are starting to take the babies and the chicken wings. And so, plates are all basically being brought out in like a big old... I know other places do this, but I only think of Olive Garden. When they bring out the big plates, all the plates, and they put the little thing. He's doing like all extra at this point. He is bringing out this like little tray and stuff, and he's, you know, kind of ushering everybody to come over to one table. Come on, y'all. Come on, we're all eating. Everybody, come on. Come on. One. Two.
I'm okay, but thank you.
Everybody's eating. Now we're all eating here. We got enough. Stop
I'm
moving,
afraid I
y'all.
can't, sir.
One. We got two. There's the small one. I like that. That one's circus. They're excited about that. All right. And he's kind of starts trying to like set out the little placemats and stuff, and like he's just kind of shaking a bit as he's kind of doing so, and it's taken a lot longer than it really should.
Sir, can I?
Oh, that's
perhaps...
excellent. Thank y'all, darling. Here you go. You can help right here. And you know what? You come over here. You come on. I need someone strong. Starts heading out. So he basically has handed Niamh this tray that has like the rest of the placemats and stuff, and like the silverware and stuff, and has taken Arivon and basically headed over to the back.
A fun little silver hand appears and starts laying out the placemats, and Niamh just sits down, enjoys watching the work be done at a much faster pace.
You maged hands this elegant, very like it's
Definitely
almost
wearing a white glove.
Yes! I was just about to say, it's almost as if this thing is wearing a glove. It is very delicate. Like a dolly. What's that called? Lace. There we go. Thanks, James.
You're welcome.
It looks like a lace glove, essentially. It's very, everybody make me an Arcana check. Yes, Arcana check.
Me too?
Not you. You live here.
Yeah.
18.
Natural 20.
You can eat shit, Jimothy.
Natural
Ann.
20.
Oh my god! No!
5 + 2.
What is happening?
Hey, Cat, you got to go for the hard ones. Let's go. You gotta bust out
No
20 hard
flaccid
ones.
here.
So, anyways,
bust it.
listen, guys.
20 hard ones now. Bust them out.
My
Go on, bust it.
cousin is selling coquito right now over at Chazitos. If you guys have not had any coquito, it is, if you're an eggnog person, you're gonna love this. And if you're not a coconut person, why? But it's strong as fuck. And it's made daily, guys, so these batches are all you need. Find your favorite person. Alright. Talk amongst yourselves.
Count them out. 1, 2.
3, 4.
Could someone
5,
pass the
fuck
salt?
you. 6, fuck you. 7, fuck you. Oh god, I have jello arms now.
What
Oh,
happened
God.
to the gun show?
Oh, they're reloading right now. Oh, I dropped the firing pin. It's cleaning.
Come on. 18, 19, 20.
You can do it.
20.
Breathing is important, guys.
20. There you go.
That's
Wait,
gonna
Jim.
get the alcohol going. So
I
anyway,
know Das hasn't said his number yet, right?
Oh, is she done?
Go on.
no, you
I'm
did
just
not.
playing. I only had a 14.
Everyone gets a -5 to every roll the rest of the night. Okay, cool. So, you guys are all immediately, hey, she went to Harvard of magic school. That is some I don't need to flex, but it's not even a flex because you can tell that that's just the norm for her. That's what that is. That's like, oh, you, oh, okay. Katie, don't look like that! Yeah, like, this is, like, you guys seen Mage Hand, you guys, you know, everyone kind of has their own little flavor with it. You know, a little, maybe it's a little extra foggy, or it's, you know, very translucent, or you can just only see a highlight, or it's skeletal. But this, bougie.
Cream of the crop. Yeah,
Bougie.
cream of the crop.
And it, you know, just starts kind of moving around. And even as it passes some of you guys, like, it's just, it is like, the aura of it is just sophistication. This hand, if it was speaking in sign language, would have, like, a fucking posh accent. It's sign language to have an accent.
Darling.
Written sign language have an accent?
I mean, I guess depends on who's doing it.
Does...
It was like ASL versus BSL.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, that's accent.
I don't
right?
know,
That's
I have to
just
Google that
dialect.
now later.
I don't know.
I mean, if
There
you've got
are
some real
accents.
swag while you're doing the gestures, you can definitely give it an accent.
Yeah, but Jay has got swag enough. Just go. "J-" That's it. Yeah, exactly. Jay's
Yeah.
pretty swag.
So, what are the rest of you corn muffins doing?
Din. I'm starving.
Helping-
I've been
helping this
wading
gentleman.
I've been wading through the swamps for the last 3 hours, soaking wet, just tired, hungry. Just trying to get as much, my hands on as much gumbo as I can get. So the next day, or waiting for Lorelei to come.
So you guys, you go around the corner, Arivon, in that kitchen. It's very small. It's hot before, and it's even like hotter now in this area. But the smell, as soon as you go in through that door, just that actually makes your tummy just grumble. But you were no stranger to hunger. Hunger is something.
It's a
that you
lifestyle
just,
choice.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's just something to overcome. You you see basically the giant, you know, hunched over. This, it just kind of looks very silly, but he's very delicate with the way he's like cooking it, and it's very, very, very loved. It's very clean back there. It's there's pride being made in this food, but there is a gator, like a huge, like 6-foot fucking gator, a big old boy just in the corner chilling.
Okay.
Is he missing an eye?
Nah, he's
Did he steal Chubb's hand?
He might have. Mind your business. Stop asking questions. Yeah. All right, y'all. Here you go. And he starts handing out and putting it on the trays and stuff. All right. Where's y'all's mouth?
I'm afraid I can't. But thank you.
And
It's against protocol.
the older gentleman. No, you dummy! I told y'all that's that freaking night robot guy. I still don't understand what you're talking about. It's them Talon Knights. Oh, y'all one of them. Wow. And he puts down the spoon, the spatula into the gumbo and walks over and just like he's just gone up and he's just in your space, but like just
Your grill.
fascinated by all of like the insignia and everything, and just wow. Man, I was gonna join, but I can't read.
Yes, it is a requirement.
They said I could join if I could read, but I just like the making cooking, and I was hoping that maybe they'd just try my gumbo. I know they'd just let me join if they just like try my gumbo, and then I can go and like and like be like a cook for like y'all. And like,
Well, judging by the smell, I assume you would make an amazing talent knight.
oh, shucks. Thanks. Well, I'll set you a plate. We have a closet. You want to eat in the closet? He opens
Again, I
up
cannot.
this closet, and there is another fucking gator in there, like smaller in there. Hey, Roscoe! And he starts smacking his foot down, and you guys kind of hear this kind of commotion. And when he slams his foot down, they're like the plates are kind of like, and you hear a hissing sound and a skittering. Sorry. He gets trapped in there sometimes. He likes
It's
the
all right.
crumbs. But that's my office if you want to just use that in there. And there is indeed like a very small, like when you pull down a computer desk, like keyboard area kind of situation, or like a TV tray kind of little desk in there with a small chair that is way too small for this man. There's just no way.
I do appreciate it, but I am on duty, so I have to stick to protocol.
Who you calling? We do down here. We have a holler. I can get anybody you need in about 10 minutes flat.
No, it's all right. I'm expecting someone, but I do appreciate it. And if there's anything else I can do to help, just please let me know.
Who y'all expecting?
It's a private business.
And he looks over at the other the older man. Looks back up. Percy, just get the damn fucking food on the table. You're being rude. God forgive him. You know how them youngins are. Won't be needing
No,
this.
it's quite all right. No harm done.
Won't be needing these hands soon. Gets up and follows the rest of y'all as he kind of puts some plates, and there's about 2 or 3, and these are big old bowls too. Like these are big bowls of gumbo. So you're able to hold like 3 into one of the trays, and Percy's got the other 3. Comes out and sets all the stuff up, and Percy. This is the wrong file. I got too many files. Oh, Elmer, excuse me. Yeah. Elmer and Percy. So Elmer's over there and he's having the whole debacle of like trying to fill up these steins and stuff, and he is really just struggling, but he's getting there, you know, as he's just shaking, getting this stuff in there. Like he's just old, trying to hold it together.
Also, as soon as like if they're coming back in, if the mage hand was probably still out after it finished its task, just because it's nice to flex the muscle every once in a while, but when they come back it's gone. Don't necessarily care to be drawing attention from the talent knight.
Yeah, as the hands disappeared in almost like goodbye. It bowed. As it leaves, everyone, y'all smell it. It is warm, it's inviting, it's spicy. The closer you guys get, that is, and these, like I said, these are big bowls. The cook looks so excited as he's standing there with all the bowls, and the older gentleman, he goes over and helps Elmer because Percy is just like, nah, man, he's gonna spill these fucking drinks. brings them out, sets up these tall, big steins of ale, essentially.
Eureka.
Well, dig in, y'all.
Do you have any sherry for the gumbo?
What?
Never mind. Peasants.
A very small, very ginger taste. It hurts, stomach growling, but there has been this place is a lot, and this extra step of caution, it just has to happen.
Not with Das. He knows a hole in the wall when he sees it, and he goes right in. He knows
Yeah,
a greasy spoon when he sees
Guy
one, and it's
Fieri
just.
just shows up.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
saw those cast iron pans. They haven't been washed in 10 years. I know what's up. The spice? Chef's kiss.
Mhm.
This is going on Yelp, guys. 5 stars.
It is warm, it is spicy, the meat, it's just tender. It's not runny, it's not too thick. It's like a warm, very light spice hug in your mouth. This again,
I'm going for the bowl.
Yeah,
Forget
you're not even. Yeah, this is
the rest of them.
wow.
Going for the bowl.
You're like, bro, spice? Yeah, this is a different kind of spicy. You've never had this kind of spice
This is
before.
new.
Yeah, this isn't like jalapeno. This isn't fucking cumin. This is what is this? What are this? Valerian, you've had a bunch of different foods, you know. This is like I said, you're hungry, so everything's delicious and banging when you're hungry, but this food is banging. Everybody make a con check with advantage.
I'm assuming except me.
Except you, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that face, Katie.
Make a what check. Make a what check, sorry.
A con check.
Constitution.
Yep.
It could be
14.
worse.
14? One. Okay.
7.
7. Bear.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Ryan,
Was
what'd
that
you
me?
get? Yeah, what'd you get?
16. Hold
Okay. James, what'd you get?
I didn't roll.
Oh, that's right. You're not you didn't eat. Everyone but Katie, you guys have the benefit of being able to eat your whole bowl. It is so delicious. It is so filling. That has sedated whatever hunger you thought was like eating away at you. You're full. That is such a good meal. Like, it's not even like, I want to go to sleep. It's like, yo, that spice actually kind of like got my heart rate up a bit. I feel good. You guys get the benefit of having advantage for the next hour. Percy's gumbo.
Remember. Amon's looking through his like 32, 34 pockets, trying to find his toothpicks. It's like, no, that's something else. And oh, here it is, just there.
Where'd the shoehorn come from?
Yeah. Where'd this cat come from? Oh, that's someone else's. Yeah.
That's another
Go back.
gator. Oh, that's for later.
Yeah.
Hold on.
A stealthy gator.
Katie, you were not able to finish your full bowl. In fact, you ate so fast that it kind of didn't hit this spice. Kind of has this, like I said, it's a warming kind of sensation that kind of starts at the belly up and kind of goes from there, and you're not accustomed to this. And you kind of get that heartburn. You do feel full, but you got heartburn and you're tired. You're a little sleepy.
A little cranky.
It's
Yeah.
been such a long few
So
days.
you're gonna be making disadvantage from Percy's gumbo.
I knew I
Amon
shouldn't have trusted it.
Amon reaches over just to Niamh and says, "You gonna finish that?" And then kind of like goes in, takes it back. Before you even
No.
answer, I take it and receive it.
Well, what y'all think?
It was okay.
I'd come back.
Yeah? I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Y'all folks, we haven't had new people come in like a real long time, so like the fact that y'all are all here, it's like fate. I knew it! This was the best day ever.
I'm glad you've had such a good day.
So what are y'all doing here? You heard about my gumbo? Heard about my gumbo? You've been
Yes.
talking to the gators? I've been putting the flyers on the gators. Huh? Y'all don't talk much, huh? That's okay. I'll bring out some more beers. Y'all be drinking after that. Who are y'all waiting for anyways?
Who says we're waiting for anyone?
I was waiting for a nice beer.
Your shiny friend over there says y'all were waiting on a friend or something.
Who's the shiny person?
Points to
Yeah.
Arivon.
That one, the shiny one.
He starts pouring more
I just nod.
ale.
Hi, shiny person. Apparently we're friends.
That's a dragon knight.
You guys are,
Well, was anyone else left rather dissatisfied with that gumbo?
No, you gotta stop putting food on this pedestal.
Putting what on a pedestal?
Food. Just enjoy it. It was delicious.
I
And
don't know why I
nutritious.
say that. I mean, it kind of burns a little bit when I breathe too deep, but
Just puts a little hair on your chest, don't worry.
that would be rather concerning to me.
I'm an adult, I promise.
All right. So there's you, there's the person with the skull, and there's the person that stole my food, and there's the dragon knight.
Can the skull do any tricks?
Talk.
That is impressive.
Pretty
Well,
lively for a dead guy.
Does anyone else hear the skull talk?
They can occasionally. If he allows it.
You know, if we keep drinking ale, I'm sure we'll hear the skull talk. Just an idea. Just throwing it out there. Let's just drink until the skull talks.
Just a side note, is necromancy cool in this particular area of the country?
Comes down and starts sitting all the mugs down. Again, these steins are huge, but are definitely Goliath-sized steins. Necro, what now?
Oh no, that was a question from James, not from
Oh,
Arivon.
sorry. No, this side of town is not, they're very superstitious, so,
So it's like frowned upon, but not illegal?
yeah,
Okay, as long as it's not illegal.
yeah, very like, wow, you just blatantly doing that.
In my defense, I don't know better.
What do you mean everyone's not just using dead bodies? They're not in there anymore, why are you mad?
So, what brought you and the skull to this establishment?
Errands and stuff. Can I ask what brought you?
Oh, the same, I'm sure. I run a lot of errands and
You talking about big Aaron or little Aaron? Because I know both of them, and I'll tell you what, they live on the other side of town, so y'all are gonna have to tell me if it's big Aaron or little Aaron. I can get them. Though I could go out and do a holler for y'all if you want me to get them.
oh, I'm sure a holler isn't necessary.
Ah, it's too easy. Y'all try my gumbo, and I really would love if y'all just would share your experience with other people and get them to come here and try my gumbo. I'm trying to be a dragon knight when I grow up. This is the biggest person most of you have ever fucking seen, like.
How old are you now?
Me? Oh, shucks, ma'am, I'm only 20.
That is it. I mean, you're practically a baby.
Stop. No, please do go on, though.
Oh.
My gumbo? Huh? My gumbo?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should stop talking about the gumbo.
Can I get some to go?
To go where?
To my lodging.
Yeah.
I might need a snack later.
I can definitely meet you there. Where is it at? I will bring it there. I will set it up. You're gonna definitely need to have a stove though, or some sort of heating source, because I'm gonna need to cook it on something hot.
Well, the night is young, so we'll see where my head ends up lying.
I hear y'all. You keep drinking some of this stuff, and yeah, you'll get pretty tossed.
Fingers crossed.
Can you guys hear my cat? Okay, he's trilling right now, so it's kind of obnoxious.
Niamh is doing everything but drinking the ale, just to be clear. I'm not touching it.
I'm gonna just walk up to Niamh and just kind of lean in and say, "Do you usually come this doesn't seem like your regular place of an establishment you regularly come to. So why are you here?"
This seems like exactly your regular kind of establishment. Why are you here?
It is, because you just said it is my regular kind of establishment. This is why I'm here. I
Oh,
understand why. I understand
Okay.
why the skull is here. I understand why the circuit is in town, and I understand why the shiny man might be here. What brings you here?
You understand why the skull is here?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind sharing? Because I don't
Share
want
with
to.
me. Share with me first.
Make a history check, both of you.
With disadvantage.
No,
I got it.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you're making him a disadvantage, and you're making him at advantage.
Gumbo.
Oof.
Oh,
14.
history. Oh, it's not. Okay, 12.
Yeah, you had this hunch, Amon, and as soon as you get a closer look at her, there is some familiarity there, and yeah, it took a minute, but what's tipped you off was that mage hand. That mage hand really, really ticked you off, and
It was the lace.
So it was the lace, man. And Niamh, you're like, dude, what the fuck is this dude's problem? You just wait a minute. Yeah, he's this guy. Yeah, you know him. He's helped you get out of town that first fateful night. This is your ferryman. who ferried you out of the city.
You seem to not. I've been here for a while, and I've been, keeping my eye on everyone. However, you seem not to recognize me.
Took me a minute. Something about the disappearing into shadow made it hard to get a read of your face.
So again, what brings you here?
A favor that I am obligated to repay.
And who's this favor for?
It's Aaron. Big Aaron or little Aaron?
Pretty sure it's AA round.
Little Aaron.
He's a nice fella. I'm gonna go start a holler. I'll go get him.
Yes, please, if you would, go to his house for me.
Goes outside. Yo! There's just like a very weird yodeling happening. Pause. And then in the distance, there seems to be another yodel back. And then another yodel even further. And then he responds back. There's definitely communication happening right now.
I am definitely taking a recording of this because I'm going to sample it later in a.
This country remix.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Old Town Roads had nothing on what about up to drop after hearing this yodeling.
Which one? Who's yodeling? Which one is it? The smaller one?
No, it's the big Goliath. It's Percy.
Oh, so that's a resounding
Yeah, it's
yodel.
Mm-hmm.
Following.
Yeah, he can get all the way to the other side of town.
Well, I suppose I brought that on myself.
But
It
seeing
can't
as,
get any worse. Can't get any worse. You're here, the gumbo poisoned me, and now a man is screaming across town. I might as well drink the ale.
I'm having a great
I think
time.
I think you owe me. I think you owe me one. So I think that at least you can do is tell me why you're here. Why have I run into you again? Why are we in the same bar again?
If
Are you in
think
trouble
that-
again? Are you stalking me? You need something?
Oh, yes, I'm just that desperate for company. If you think I owe you one, then I would be very certain that this is the one you want me to repay.
I see nothing's changed. You've still got this spoiled, rich attitude.
And you're still just as rude as ever, and I'm sure just as slimy.
Arivon eavesdropping is like, oh, ex-lovers.
You guys hear you see the little Arivon is trying to listen in on a private conversation.
Did
I
some
mean-
order
There's
popcorn.
one eye like this coming through. Like this.
I've
Just the right with the
I have
crack in
specifically
the armor.
been keeping an eye on Arivon's whereabouts because I'm trying to stay sort of out of his eye line. So do I notice him like edging in, trying to listen?
Bruh, you guys are all at the same table essentially.
It's a tiny
It's
place.
a tiny
There's
place.
only 5 tables,
Yeah,
so.
it's like even if you were to whisper, it'd be hard to like not hear you.
That's fair.
I mean,
I'll give
even
it
with
that.
the yodeling happening outside, like
Times.
guys, you are not gonna believe this. Little Aaron is out of town.
Say what? I came into town. I drove all the way here for nothing. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? I forgot to ask which town. Hold up.
No.
Take your dagger and plunge it into my heart.
Definitely getting another sample because this remix is gonna be tight.
How tall is this? How tall is this Goliath? How big
They're
are we saying?
like 9 feet tall.
Ah, damn.
You big
Can I
old-
just
big
say to
boy.
myself, I can't hear myself think. Can I go outside and just give him a shove? Would I be able to do that, or is he just too big?
So the one thing that's interesting about this is that though it is loud, it's not coming out this way. It does carry. There is, as you kind
It's
of go,
funneled.
it's really carried with the wind. It is really timed in such a way in which the wind is literally how they're using this communication to carry their voices. And as you kind of go outside, because it is loud, but you're just like, what the hell, you know? Because it's like, it's going away, and it sounds like a car, so it's like, but then as it comes in, that's why it's so loud, that it's kind of preventing it. It's like, Jesus, it is like, so you come outside, and you see this. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Maybe the easy ones. 10.
You're not too familiar with this school.
Well,
of,
we still have advantage for an hour.
Mhm.
So.
yeah. So you.
Oh, I'm going
yeah.
again. Hold on.
Good call. Good looking
Nice.
out. And you guys
Come
also
on.
have advantage, or your okay, you guys have your
Inspiration if you
yeah.
want to.
14.
Yeah. You are familiar with the, not familiar, rather, you have heard of this technique. There are some guilds that use this technique.
Is it the shadowboxing technique from the Wu-Tang?
No, it
Shaolin
is
style.
definitely used in mountainous regions and other places that the wind is kind of moving in. It's just, this is very different because it's usually moved with the wind, but in this case, it is how, it's like a whistle. It's like a very, very trained way. So they're mimicking this arcane trick, essentially. They're just kind of like, you know, little kids don't know how to whistle, so they just like, that's kind of like they have
Hillbillies.
this is a very hillbilly thing, a very hillbilly trick, and it's actually really well done. This is more.
I mean, I don't know if you've heard of any jug whistling lately, but you know what? That twang is good.
Looks like he's over in the desert, y'all. I'm sorry. Aaron is, I don't know if he's coming back.
Oh, well, that's such a shame. Is there a place to stay in this town?
Y'all are staying?
No.
Oh,
Just for the night.
snap. Well, let me call the missus. He stands, goes right back outside.
Okay, what are you doing here?
Me? I have my own agenda. I'm hunting someone.
Oh, yes, the Dark Wolf.
Come like the answer. Don't ask the question.
That wasn't exactly an answer.
You asked me what I'm doing here, and I told you.
Okay, I'll ask a follow-up question. What's your agenda here?
Make contact. And when she does get you, I'd appreciate if you were anywhere near us.
I would appreciate that as well. Unfortunately, things don't seem to be going my way today.
Well, you can always leave, little lady.
I can't. I don't think I could find a donkey to take me back. Finding the first one to get here was hard enough.
You rode a donkey into town.
I shared a donkey. That's how I got into town. That is one portion of my journey into town. Yes.
Oh, I bet the princess loved that. I thought there was a smell of ass. Thought there was a smell of ass in this bar. And lo and behold, it's the girl with a sense of expectancy. This night couldn't get any better, I don't know, worse. Just wish she'd hurry
Can we
up.
order
I just
another
wish-
round?
I wish she would just hurry up.
Who is this mysterious contact that you're waiting to meet? Girlfriend?
I can't disclose. I can't disclose.
Well, how will I know when she gets here?
You
How
know.
will I know when to hide myself away and make myself scarce and hide in the shadows to pop out and scare
Because when I
people
have-
and steal their food?
Because when I have something better to do,
You guys
Then
start
talk
to
to
hear
you.
a cackle. Just
Meanwhile,
get
I'm
a
like,
room
it must have been
already.
a really bad breakup.
Yeah, you guys see this dim glow coming from the skull, the eye socket.
And it just
Oh, here
says,
we go.
Jerry, Jerry.
Why don't you just get a room already?
So did anyone else hear the skull?
I heard the skull.
You heard?
I heard the skull.
Of course, I'm losing my mind. You're gonna be agreeing.
Sorry, he has a mind of his own sometimes.
I left it at home.
I slapped my hand over his teeth.
Just let him go. Let him speak. He's just speaking for the room.
interrupting.
He knows what's up.
It's not polite to interrupt skullduggery.
Let it ride.
Skullduggery?
He won't tell me his name, so that's what I've been calling him.
It's handsome.
It's distinctive.
I mean, look at that jawline. Perfection.
Finally, someone around here understands my moxie.
Very regal jawline, that guy.
Give him a cookie. He opens his jaw, and out rolls a small biscuit. On there, it's like the little
like a
holy
prize
symbol.
dispenser.
Yeah, but like a little tiny like Nella wafer, like the size. But like you know when you go to like communion and stuff, like that little tiny like
Like a Nilla.
like a Nilla, yeah. But on there, it's got a little it's a very simple like symbol for Ouija's on there.
Oh, don't eat that. No offense, of course. Of course.
What? You worry about germs?
Well, yes, I'm still alive. I'd prefer to stay that way.
He opens the mouth and another
that-
one rolls out, and it kind of rolls towards you, and it
dear.
moves, you know, like this to get over to you, and then
Oh, dear.
falls flat, and then it just goes in flames. Very obnoxious, and it's like, oh shit, but there's no heat really involved in this. It's more for show. And and it immediately dies down. There! Nothing can survive the heat. So stay out of the kitchen!
Is anyone gonna eat that wafer?
I think it was for you.
Ooh. My birthday. I didn't know. What a treat. Definitely pick it up and eat it.
Have you guys ever seen that little like video of the raccoon that has like the little treat and he drops it in the water and it just deteriorates really quickly and he's just like,
Oh, the cotton candy?
yeah,
Oh.
that's like that with this wafer. It just goes. It is very tasty.
Compliments to the chef.
It's my mom's secret recipe.
Take it with you to the grave, if you will.
Yeah, I brought it back.
And knee slapper.
I hate you guys.
Little
so
cackle.
much. Go to make a performance check.
Ah, 13.
Yeah, you get a pretty good mimic there. You got the timing, the tempo, but you haven't quite got the voice just yet. But you're getting there on the sounding. He's just a pretty good impression, guys. Pretty close, pretty damn close. But
Yes.
Skullduggery's pitches do change very often. Different voices come out, but it is definitely the same personality. Think of like The Mask. That. It gets very, very quiet, and y'all, my wife said we can accommodate only 2 of y'all in the case that I had just recently gotten 3 pigs, and she said that I can only come home with 2 friends or all my friends and no pigs, and I really like the pigs, so I kind of want to keep them. So I kind of talked to my other neighbor, and he's about a half a mile down the way, and he said that he can accommodate the rest of y'all. However, Aaron ain't coming back. We don't think he is. So we were just thinking y'all could probably just stay over at Aaron's house since he went off into the desert. We don't think he's going to be coming back. Y'all can just probably maybe just take care of the sheep in the meantime till Aaron maybe comes back, or we get a hold of his cousin. Y'all, if you're looking for Aaron, we could probably get his cousin, but that's even longer hauler, and we're going to have to wait for some rain for that one.
Oh no, that's okay. Thank you for your efforts.
It's very kind of you to, offer us lodging.
Yeah, well, I don't think I won't be staying the night.
Well, it's a bit of a walk down over to the next town. I don't know where y'all will be staying for the night, but I'm sure you can probably stay here. But like I said, that's the best option. If y'all want to stay together, would probably be over at Aaron's house. You can wait for your friend there.
Is there anywhere else in this town? Any other taverns that she might have that a person coming here might go to?
Well, no. There is the doctor, and then we have the animal doctor. They have a really special title, but I ain't really familiar with that term. Can't be bothered. I don't do that. I take care of my animals. I talk to them, they talk back, and so I don't really need to be doing all that. I don't want to tell anybody my secret, but my mama showed me how to do it. Magic with my hands.
I mean, what?
if y'all are wanting to stay for the night, I'll be more than happy to walk y'all over to Aaron's house. But if y'all are hoping to, meet your friend Aaron, yeah, I don't know if he's coming tonight.
I'm actually not waiting for Aaron. I'm waiting on someone else, but thank you.
Oh, I apologize. Like I said, I can call anybody. They'll be over here in Lickly Split.
Oh, could you call someone, even if you don't know them, perhaps?
Oh yeah. Well, I know everybody, so.
Uh,
Well, I don't know everybody's animals personally quite yet. I am making my rounds around the farms, but I do have a lot of responsibilities because Mom always says that I gotta be busy. So I try to keep myself busy, but I do know most of everybody, and I know everybody that knows everybody or an animal that knows somebody.
okay, could you, call, person named, Lorelei, perhaps?
Lorelei?
Lorelei.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
You're here to see Lorelei.
Steps outside.
Is that a concern of yours?
Concern? No, just a curiosity. Because I'm also here to see Lorelei.
Oh. Oh.
The plot thickens!
No, I don't like that. Yes, I'm here, to meet, Laurel. I received a letter.
Are the rest of you here to see Lorelei as well?
Surprisingly, yes.
Very curious.
What about, you, sir?
Arivon.
And you, sitting next to him with the hair?
What's that?
Yes, you with the hair. Are you also here to see Lorelei?
I believe that's what the letter I received from my agent said.
Hmm.
We're all here to see Lorelei, yes?
No, it appears so.
This special contact, that's Lorelei?
Yes, it is.
Feels a little jealous. In the air.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
From whom?
Gotta ask. You're not ready to know.
Very well. My name is Niamh.
Well met.
Niamh Yeldrana.
And the rest of you are?
I'm Valerian Lazarev. I put my hand out.
I shake it.
My name is Amon.
Amon. Well met.
I'd like to think I need no introduction, but I've been into some small towns. I am the Das Wunderbar.
Everybody make
Pleasure to
me
meet
a
you.
history check.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Katie, tell
doing
me you
history.
have a fucking nat 20.
Oh.
Okay.
She has a 1.
I have a 2.
I have an 18.
21.
So, the two cultured people. You have never. This name rings. What was your other number?
12.
Yeah, this name just. Yeah, no, nothing. Nothing's ringing a bell.
You
right
know,
now.
bless your heart.
The other two, you have no real way of really gauging Arivon's expression, but they kind of have a slight squint. Oh, this is essentially like hearing about like, everybody's into this new guy. You know, 5 months ago he was like just a local band, and now he's fucking out here. What the hell? He just blew up out of Atlanta. Yeah.
Jelly roll.
Yeah, he's Jelly Roll. You're like, dude, I thought, yeah, he's Post Malone. How does everybody fucking know about this guy? Who hurt you? Post Malone, who hurt you? Because I listened to your music, and I'm willing to fight whoever hurt you. Get this message out to Post Malone. But yeah, no, seriously, you guys are just kind of very confused. You guys, again, and he is so, like, he has gotta, like, lean in, too, by the way. Like, this is not even necessary. He's just, hey, y'all, is your friend Lorelei, like, pointy-eared and, like, has a mess of freckles and has eyes like, hold on a second. Has green eyes.
That's roughly the right description, yes.
Okay, then why I know who you're talking about. Hold on a second. It goes back outside again.
This is a much more efficient system than I had given it credit for.
If I ever spend much time here, it'd be well
Like the
to learn it.
combo. Just gotta give it a chance and believe.
Yeah, there seems to be, he's kind of getting a lot, louder. Because he's kind of like, it sounds like he's kind of walking back and then getting, like, more information and kind of walking back. Like, he's kind of doing, like, yeah, okay, got it. Oh, wait, what? Hold on, say that again? He keeps kind of coming closer and back and forth. What is everybody's passives?
On perception?
Yeah.
13.
15.
13.
11.
Okay, yeah, you
16.
guys are all able to hear. There's more voices than before. Like, even Arivon with your helmet on, you're even able to hear. It is kind of sounds like before when it was just kind of like a conversation with like, hey Tony, who is that girl that was in town? Oh, that wasn't me, that was other Tony. Hold on. Oh, sorry Tony, wrong number. Other Tony, yo, what's up? Hey, who is that bitch that was in town earlier? You know, there's just this conversation kind of going on, and you know, and now other people seem to be chiming into this conversation. There's a lot of voices kind of chiming in back and forth and stuff. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of cross talking too. And he kind of, hey, y'all, takes off his chef hat, puts it over his heart. She went to go see the lady in the swamp.
Which lady in the swamp is this?
Well, if you go in deep enough into the swamp, you start seeing a couple of ears, and, well, occasionally some of the town folk, they take some drawings, and, well, the, ears gotta go. That's how we, keep the lady happy. And the rest of us continue to have good weather and good harvest and all that. So, well, your friend went to go see her. Apparently, she must have crossed the lady, and I do apologize.
And which
would you-
which way is the swamp?
Well, everywhere is a swamp.
Which way
is
to the lady?
You guys must be really close. Sound just like each other. Well, the swamp's that way, the lady, but it's late. Yeah, I don't think y'all are gonna want to go in the night. It's a bit dangerous.
Well met, Percy, and I walk out the door.
In Dragon Knights. Are we all gonna go?
Let's execute that town.
I'd rather go with the Dragon Knight than without the Dragon Knight.
Concur with that.
Jas, you win.
Yeah.
And that
Let's do this.
is where we will end it for tonight. Headed into the swamps to go find your friend Lori, who's went to go see the lady of the swamp. So we will pick up there next time
Perfect.
on
Sweet.
Dragon Ball Z. That's going to be when everything's so much slower now. So that's going to actually be, like, next week is going to, not next week, but the week after that's going to be Thanksgiving time. So we can either, if you guys are still chill with doing that, we can go ahead and game. But yeah, I'm super proud of you guys today. It was awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. We'll have more updates. You guys can join us on our Discord. We'll drop that link below. And, guys, support your local gamers. Bye.
Show love.